Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Thursday, the 22nd day of June, National Kissing Day.
Ooh.
Hubba hubba, we should celebrate.
Yes, we should.
She's my wife, by the way, for those of you who didn't know that. Otherwise, I just sound creepy right now.
You sound creepy anyway.
Kind of do. National HVAC Technician Day. I know several people who do that, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. They keep us warm and they keep us cool, so thank you, guys. We appreciate that. National Onion Rings Day. For the longest time,
I like onion rings.
I would eat onion rings without the onions. I would pull the onion, slimy thing out, and throw it on the table. And I just recently had an onion ring with the onion in it, and it didn't
It's a whole new world.
It didn't kill me at all. I was like, oh, it wasn't so
It's almost
bad.
like they're supposed to be there.
And finally, National Chocolate Eclair Day. I used to eat chocolate eclairs by pulling the eclair out of... No, I didn't. But wouldn't it have been funny if I could?
It would have.
And finally, today I've got a Dear John letter. We're going to get to that coming up in a bit.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Sleeping in separate rooms because one partner snores could improve your relationship rather than making it not better, according to this. I think I said it way differently than they had it written. Leading sleep scientists said couples moving into separate rooms can actually mark the beginning of a new relationship where they're well-rested and ideally happier and more positive to each other and respond to each other better, less irritably. According to Russell Foster, a professor of circadian neuroscience at the University of Oxford. Here's the thing. I disagree completely.
Yeah, we actually just talked about this the other day.
Well, because I got this the other day, and I started looking at it. I was like, what would you think of sleeping in different rooms? And Heidi punched me once, and then, no, she didn't. She didn't really. She's like, I would not do that. I wouldn't be cool with that.
Nope.
So I don't mind Heidi's snoring at all.
And I do snore.
Oh, is it me
I'm
snoring?
very much aware
My
that I
snoring?
snore.
Was that what we're talking about? Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know a California-based startup is on a mission to manufacture pharmaceutical drugs in space?
What?
Yeah. Varda Space Industries argue that medicine may be better if it was produced in microgravity. Manufacturing pharmaceuticals in microgravity builds on experiments carried out on the International Space Station. If the firm is successful, analysts say some of the work might lead to changes in drugs that people on Earth take today. They launched their first test mission Monday aboard SpaceX, one of the rockets. They made some drugs in outer space. Or
whatever.
Something. I don't know. That seems weird. That could have been my weird news, but no, it's here. It's Did you know instead? We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Some unexpected celebrity pairing. 72-year-old Bill Murray is rumored to be dating singer Kellis. She's 43. The Milkshake song.
Okay.
Yeah, so those two apparently are dating.
I love Bill Murray.
I do too. I think he seems really, really fun. A friend says they've clearly hit it off. The Crown will be bringing back its past stars to honor the late Queen Elizabeth II in the upcoming 6th and final season, which premieres on Netflix this fall. Young Rock, I've actually had a chance to visit with not one, but two people on the TV show Young Rock on NBC. 3 seasons, and now it's going to be canceled. So that's too bad.
That's unfortunate.
And Amy Schumer is not shy about her thoughts on Ozempic. She criticized celebrities who are not honest about using diabetes medication. Okay, so that's that
Oh, yeah,
So-
that diet medicine.
Yeah. So anyway, apparently she's got something to say about that. I've got the whole story if you want to read about it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. This is interesting. Toy company Mattel is building a water theme park in Arizona during one of the biggest droughts in recent times.
Oh.
So right now they're in the process of building a water park going, it's going to get better. We're going to have water eventually. Because there are people going, why would you build this? And they're going, we're not always going to be in a drought. You know that, right? And scientists say that after identifying a link between the risk of cancer and clusters of chemicals in an individual cells, a screening program that could detect tumors decades in advance is on the horizon. How great would that be?
That would be amazing.
A breakthrough offers hope of developing personalized vaccines for vulnerable patients. Lead author, Professor Simon Kahn of Flinders University in Australia, said, environmental and genetic factors have long been believed as the major contributors to cancer. And this development makes the likelihood of curing cancer much higher. So how amazing is that? So I don't know how any of this stuff works. I'm just absolutely baffled that we can actually do the things that we can do. And when I say we, I have nothing to do with any of it. But modern science, some of the things that they do, isn't it amazing? The technologies.
It is, yeah.
And you just look at that and go, how did somebody figure that out? They probably finished their homework back in school because I didn't.
They probably didn't have their cell phones in class.
Yeah, that was from the other day. If you missed it, you missed it. All right. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for Dear John Letters. Dear John, my cousin is getting married, and I'm not going to go to the wedding. Or should I? We used to be really close. We were the two youngest grandkids and would often hang out at family events. After she went to college, we drifted apart. She began treating me horribly on social media, so I unfollowed her and ignored the rude comments. A little over a year ago, there was a political issue in the news. We both ended up on a different side of it, and apparently, she blocked me. I didn't even realize it until my mom mentioned the wedding. Since I unfollowed her, I never see anything. So I went to her page, and we were no longer friends. I got an invite in the mail. My mother wants me to go with her, but I'm not interested in going at all. I'm sure the invite was only sent out of obligation. We've grown apart, and I'm okay with that. Do you think I need to go? How do I get my mother to drop this so I can just move on without all of her pressure? What do you think? Signed, Blocked Cousin. Heidi is the queen of arguments on Facebook, so Heidi, what do you say?
Don't go.
Here's the thing. At first blush, I would say don't go as well. But then I got to thinking about this, and I got to say, I posted this Dear John letter even earlier than usual. I try to post them right away, and sometimes I forget. I feel bad because there are times I literally post it like, oh, hey, I forgot to post that. But I posted it on Facebook, and I was reading the comments on there, and there's some really good comments every week. But one of the things that I thought they kind of hit close to home for me is, at the end of the day, this is going to be more of a problem for your mother than it is for you, because you and your cousin, it's your cousin. You guys don't need to be close. But that girl's parent, whether it's her mom or dad, that's the sibling to your mother, there's going to be some sort of little problem between those two now, because your daughter didn't even come to my daughter's wedding. It's going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue for them. So at the end of the day, here's my personal advice now. Again, I would have agreed with Heidi instantly if I hadn't even thought about this. Now my advice is this. I would go with your mother to the wedding. I would spend as much time with your mother as possible. I would kind of just avoid the cousin if you think that it's just going to be arguments anyway. But at the end of the day, this is her special day. She's probably not going to want to talk politics anyway. But if you just go and say, you make such a beautiful bride and it's so good to see you, and just be, super kind to her on her day and make nice, because then you are taking the high road.
I promise you, it's going to be so busy, nobody's going to notice whether you're there or not.
But I think that, again,
And
I don't know how
if
big
you've
the
got other
family
things
is.
going on in your own personal life where if you're super busy and you can't make it, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know. Heidi loves the view from the low road. I love the view from the high road.
I
big
don't
fan.
go out of my way anymore to
No, I know you don't.
to appease people that don't care whether I'm around or not. Why
Yeah.
would you put yourself through it?
It's not putting yourself through anything. It's you going for your mother, because again, her mother is the one, because she says on here, my mother wants me to go with her, but I'm not interested in going at all. I'm sure the invite was only sent out of obligation, and it probably was.
It was.
If you two are not necessarily getting along, that's probably the case. We've grown apart. I'm okay with that. Do you think I need to go? I don't think you need to go, but I think you should go. How do I get my mother to drop this so I can just move on without all of her pressures? Maybe that's what you do then. Have the conversation with your mother. Let her know, hey, this is why, she's been arguing with me on every single thing, and she unfollowed, or you unfollowed her, I guess. Can you tell if somebody unfollows you? I don't think you can you?
I don't think you can tell if they unfollow you, but you can definitely tell if they unfriend you.
Yeah, if they unfriend you or block you. But she said block. It wasn't even unfriend. So she blocked her.
Yeah.
So she just doesn't see anything anymore, which, again, I don't understand why. If you unfollowed her and you guys weren't arguing about anything at the time. Anyway, who knows? So how do I get my mother to drop this so I can move on without all her pressure? You just either have the conversation with mom, and if mom says, you know what, I agree, you probably shouldn't go, then don't go. But if you talk to mom and you explain, here's what's going on, here's why I don't want to be a negative part of her positive day. I'm doing this to be nice to her. She doesn't want me there anyway, mom. And if your mom says, I agree, then at the end of the day, if your mom's sibling, again, I don't know if that's her brother or sister's daughter, but if your mother's sibling says, where's your daughter? Why is she not here? She can say, she just decided not to be here. Those two are kind of having a spat. She decided not to be a negative part of a positive day.
I mean,
now you are taking
the
the high
cousin
road
isn't
that way,
going to
too.
be shocked
No,
if
I
you're
don't
not
think
there.
so. But your mother doesn't understand, because back in the day, we didn't have social media.
Right.
We didn't fight about things like this.
Right.
And I remember there was a time we thought, if only we knew what everybody was thinking, we'd all get
Life
along.
would be so much
No,
better.
No, it's
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
All right, you can chime in on our social media with this question. Facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The height of a bowling pin is equivalent to its circumference. So that
No
is the
way.
same
Oh,
height.
weird.
Yeah, the height of a bowling
They
pin.
don't look like that,
No,
do they?
you wouldn't think so at all, but that's the way it works. Same with me. The height of me is equivalent to my circumference. I hope I'm wrong on that. But it does look to be about right. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There was not even one single pony in the Pony Express. They were all horses.
Oh.
But Horsey Express didn't sound as good. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Due to Earth's gravity, it is impossible for a mountain to be higher than 49,000 feet. Impossible. So it's not going to happen. Now I kind of feel like I want to build a mountain. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
From the Middle Ages until the 18th century, a barber's duties also included dentistry, bloodletting, minor operations, and bone setting.
That's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure. And I just wanted to get a trim. All right, several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at Genesis Gold GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. When asked, 35% of daughters said their father embarrassed them by doing this. What was it? I've never done this.
Threatening a boyfriend?
No. Walking around without a shirt while their friends were visiting.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't. We would go to the pool. I wear a
without
shirt.
pants, maybe, but not without
No,
a shirt.
I've never done that either. I'm kind of a private guy. So I'm just not into that. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. I just don't know how I like this, but someday every single seat on an airplane could be a window seat. A new concept design shows how travelers would be able to gaze above in a future airplane outfitted with a ginormous moonroof. Aerospace giant Airbus showing off their vision of the next-gen cabins, which include an all-around view of clouds as you jet through them. The Airspace Cabins Vision 2035 Plus concept also lets passengers tap on smart interactive windows that show travel time and let you explore your destination city. The company also says passengers will enjoy a greater choice of meals thanks to a new pre-ordering concept, which may involve passengers collecting their meals at the gate to reduce waste. That's not a bad idea.
That is not a bad idea at all.
So yeah, you grab that on your way in. I'm like, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
I have done that before. The only thing I don't like is when I get there, I'm like, I am not putting this in that pouch. I'm going to just have to hold this now. So it's the one thing that I don't know. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Forrest Gump, that's a feel-good movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
A poll of U.S. adults with streaming subscriptions found 51% said what they watch has the chance to change their mood. The Power, Tom Hanks movie, was one of the respondents' most positive effects for the rest of their day. So they watched that. Also, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Gilmore Girls. 49% said they can't watch movies or shows that deal with heavy topics unless they're, quote, in the right mood. And some have the power to turn your day from good to bad or bad to good. So 40% said they feel emotional after watching Grey's Anatomy. That's on the list. 65% said they feel happy after watching Modern Family. 38% said they feel nostalgic after watching Friends. 31% said they feel stressed after watching Breaking Bad. So, do you have a movie or a TV show that comes to mind that changes your mood just by watching it? I know exactly which one I think of for you.
Couples Retreat.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that movie.
There are times that I'll come home and Heidi will be watching that. And we've seen it, 200 times,
Yeah.
I think?
And you're like, oh, you're watching this time. I'm like, it's the second time. It's I watched it, and then it just started it right over again.
Yeah. It's like the DVD player knows her. The list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Ellen DeGeneres said, "Never follow anyone else's path unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path. Then by all means, follow that path." Back when she did stand-up, she was so funny.
Hilarious.
And now that she's not doing a show, I wonder if she'll be doing stand-up again.
I don't know.
She was so funny.
I would hope so because her comedy was
amazing.
Brilliant.
Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It's great news. I love this story. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Here's a headline. Shaq surprises the family with a new washer and dryer at a Home Depot. How cool is this?
How cool is that?
NBA legend and all-around awesome dude Shaquille O'Neal made an unsuspecting family's day when he generously purchased a brand new washer and dryer for them at a local Home Depot.
And that's an expensive purchase.
The unexpected encounter unfolded earlier this week, leaving the family in awe. So you might be thinking, what was Shaq doing hanging out at a Home Depot? Well, I'll tell you. He was at this Home Depot to film a music video for a new song he put out called I Know I Got It.
I did not know he did music.
I kind of feel like we need to find that now. And he bumped into these people in the aisle, and he's like, well, y'all buying? And they said, oh, we're getting a washer and dryer. And he goes, I'm going to pay for that.
Wow.
I just think that's so cool.
Wouldn't that be so cool to be able to do that?
Yeah, we don't have Shaquille O'Neal kind of money, so like if you bump
we
into
don't have any money.
If you bump into me at a laundromat, I could maybe put a quarter in for you, but no washer and dryer for me.
Slow down there, Rockefeller.
But I will do this if I see you out in public. You come over and say hello, and I promise you a crisp, clean high five.
There you go.
Huh?
There you
high
go.
five. No change needed. It's all good. So last August, Shaquille O'Neal told People magazine that giving back to his fans when he meets them in stores is one of his favorite things to do. He said, my favorite thing to do is when I'm at like a Best Buy or a Walmart, if I see a kid, I like to get him something that they're looking at. He said, yesterday I saw a couple of kids. I bought a few bikes and a couple more scooters. How cool is that?
So cool.
I just think that's really, really neat. I've got a link to this
the
story.
moral of the story is, kids, you should always be looking at really, really expensive stuff in case Shaq happens to come in.
Quick, Shaquille O'Neal's coming. Look at this expensive
stuff. Look at this Lamborghini.
Yeah. Maybe not that. But I've got a link to the story in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. In there, you'll see photos of Shaquille O'Neal and all of these people, and also a video and all of that. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.